everyone, and welcome to episode 100 of the Yarnivore Podcast. I am Sadie, and it is warm. So, I get to deal with my double tank top thing going on here. Episode 100 for the second time, because, of course, back in the day. But this is season 2, and I don't know when season 3 will start, maybe once we go back to Canada, which for anyone who is wondering is going to be at the end of 2019. Yeah. Whether or not the dye business continues into Canada will be a whole nother ball of wax, but we have not made any decisions thus far, and yeah. So, let's jump right on in. I finished my Desert Vista dye work socks. Here they are. The thingies look so short, but they're 7 inches. It's 7 inches before I did the heel. So, I don't know why they look so short. Maybe because I got big feet. This is the Close Encounters, I believe. Colorway. There's actually 2 stripes here. You have to hold it really close for it to pick up. And this is 64 stitches, US 1, 2.25 millimeter needle. These are my July socks, which means August will be next month. And I'm planning on doing, I think I'll do the pattern my friend Pam did this last month. Yeah, my hair is like dying here, but I'm kind of waiting it out a little. Before I redo it, I need to go get a haircut too. All of those managemental things, right? But I think I'll do the pattern my friend Pam did next month. It's a free pattern. It looks really good in striped socks. So, but these are done. July is done. And I am still going. Still going. Still going. That's my only finished object in terms of knitting. In terms of other things, let's just throw them over there. There we go. I have finished a lot of spinning, and since I have no actual spinning to show you, only finished things to show you, I will show them to you now in my finished objects, because I've been going hard on Tour de Fleece. And in order, I'll try to do this in order. None of these have been washed and thwacked, by the way. I plan to do that in just a big montage, really, of washing and thwacking. I have the Scandinavian Noir Batlings by Hobbledehoy, which is a Polworth Bamboo Yak Silk and Sparkle, 2.4 ounces. I got it at SSK 2 years ago, and I got 250 yards of a Navajo ply, and it looks something like this. There's a really deep dark purple. There you go. And it's gorgeous, and I love it, except for the yellow, but we all knew that was coming. And the yellow isn't too bad because it's very murky and I like it. I'm not sure what I'll make out of it. Although it is pretty, so I'm just keeping it in its bag so it stays with its little thingy for right now. I've got, everything is kind of everywhere here. Trying to clean up this room. Go figure. And then I did this one, which ended up being 144 yards because it is super thick. It is a sheep and alpaca blend. It's a bunch of bats that I made a long time ago. And I spun it to have it thicker. So it's a bulky and worsted. And it looks like that. It's got a lot of loft. It's got a lot of fluff. It's very alpaca-y. I think it would make a nice hat or maybe a cowl. Yeah. The alpaca was dyed in a very dark blue-gray color. And then the natural color of the fiber, I think it's a Rommeldale. It's definitely a longer wool. It's not a softer wool, it's a longer wool. But nice little skein. Really enjoyed it. You go over there. And then next up I did the Reading Rainbow Batlings. I had bought one and then I had won one at SSK, so I had a total of 4 ounces, and it's organic Polworth bamboo silk and silver holographic sparkle, which I had a hard time finding. I didn't see a lot of sparkle in this, so I don't know. But I got 444 yards, and I spun one 2 ounce and I spun another 2 ounce, and I alternated the bats because there was a white and blue and gray, and then there was the colorful rainbow one. And sometimes they met and sometimes they didn't. So it's very Barbara Pole-y, but it has some spots like here where they all meet up together. And the same thing happens with the, here you can see right in here where the rainbows all meet up. And other times it's just Barbara Pole-y. I think it would be really good for something. Maybe a baby knit? I don't know. A lot of baby knits in my head. Go figure. Go figure. So that was number 3. So all in all for Tour de Fleece, I'm doing pretty good. And then the last one I've finished so far. So after this, I have 3 bats left. 1 small one, and 1 medium one, and 1 big one. And I might just keep going and just keep working until I'm done all my bats, because I'm so close and it's so hot here. The spinning is one of the few things I want to do. And this was sent to me by my friend Jess, and it is finished. It looks like this. It's 2 ounces. It's wool pierogi. And this is the Subtle Rainbow Sheep Stories. The base is white, tennis from the barnyard at Knoxville Zoo with Wensleydale and BFL locks. There's 2 ounces and I got 107 yards out of it. I think it would make a nice, maybe a toy or like an edging. I think it would make a good edging. Because of the Wensleydale and it's a bit rough. I spun it thin and then I did a Navajo ply. But it looks really good. I really like it. Really like how it came out. It might soften up with washing too, that's the other thing. So I'm not 100% sure, but with the yardage, I would think it would make a good edging or a headband or something like that. That's my theory anyway. So those are my finished spinning. So as you can tell, I was into spinning. Spinning was a thing. And then, what else? Let me look at my book. I had to write notes, and I have to follow the notes now because that's where I'm at in my life. Okay. Works in progress. Works in progress. Let's start with this one because it's right here. In my Pam bag, I have the leftover Helix socks, which I worked on because we went out and about. And when we're out and about, I take socks because that's what I do. And I had finished my Desert Vista, so they look like this so far. I am following Annette's Helix pattern and just moving it every step. And I'm not sure if you can tell on this side. I can, but you might not be able to. Yeah, you can kind of tell right here, diagonally, that's where the step is. So I still have a ginormous ball. I'm pulling from the inside and the outside, and if I run out, I can make more ball. It's not like I don't have a lot of leftovers. And this is just leftovers that have been magic caked together with no rhyme or reason to give me a scrap ball. I am going to do the heels, the toes, and the ribbing out of this patent stretch sock. I just had a skein left over and it's working for me, so there you have it. There it is. I'm gonna do about 7.5 inches before I do the heel. I think I'll do a gusset, just because I can. And I like gussets. So that's that. And that just goes with me when I have appointments or when we go out somewhere. If I'm not driving, then I have the knitting. Up next, in my gorgeous Batty bag, from a lovely viewer, I am working on the Augustin sweater, which is by Along avec Anna. Here's the copyright here. Hold on, hold on. Some people put it on every page, but not this person. Yeah, Along avec Anna, so French. AVEC. And it looks like this. So you can see it's got a texture pattern on the body. You got a raglan sleeve. You got the cute little shawl collar. And I'm doing this size 3 month. It goes 3, 6, 9, or 3, 6, 12, 18 months, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 years. So I could knit many of these logistically and have no problems through the years. It is a paid for pattern, but like I said, you get so many sizes out of it, it's not really a big deal. The only augmentation I did for this was that I didn't go down a size for the ribbing because I couldn't find the needle it called for, and I figured whatever. The baby is not going to notice. If it does, then it will be the smartest baby that ever babied. I'm using a Chiagu Red 4, which is a 3.5 millimeter needle, and I have joined the sleeves onto the body. So it looks a little something like this. If I hold these back, that works probably a little better. There we go. And so you have a little slip stitch detail on your sleeve there. On your sleeve join, you get the little slip stitches, which looks really nice. It's a raglan decrease. This is sport weight yarn. It's Siren Sport, and this is the Sparkle Motion colorway. It's Knitter's Nightmare, of course, and I think it's very unisex. So there's the back with the texture on the back and then the solid sleeves. It's just cute. And I have this much left. If you're looking for a pretty easy baby knit, this one's pretty good. And it takes, the reason I picked this one was because it takes pretty much a skein, a little bit less than a skein or a little bit more than a skein, to do a whole 3-month sweater. And I just wanted to use one skein, so that worked for me. And yeah, it's cute. It'll come in handy. We won't know the gender of the baby for a while. We have not decided yet if we're going to tell people or not. Probably tell our family. I don't know. We don't know how public we're going to be with the baby. That is not a decision we've made yet. Aside from the fact that I'm pregnant, and you're going to see me be pregnant for the next however many months. Saying a lot. It's just, we haven't figured out where we stand on that yet. And, you know, decisions and choices, that's what you gotta do. Up next, in my Fast Girl Fibers bag, which of course is massive, I am working on the Nazreen, as I knock things over, which is from Pom Pom. There we go. Pom Pom Quarterly Summer Stripes issue 25. And it looks like this. And it's cotton and it's big, and I figure it'll cover over whatever belly I have this summer. And I am getting there. I'm getting there slowly but surely. On a US 5 3.75 millimeter needle, these are my Dreams interchangeables. This is the side where I'm decreasing. Sure, I'll show you the wrong side. Here we go. So I believe this is, you start with the back. So this is the decreases. And then we got over here. So it's going to be nice and big, and cotton, as you know, stretches and grows and doesn't necessarily bounce back, so that's a good thing. And it'll be comfy and it'll be cool. I am using Knit Picks Comfy Fingering in the Blackberry and Whisker colorways. They are 75% Pima cotton, 25% acrylic, which will give you a little bit of bounce. This purple does not want to read at all. Maybe over here. That's pretty good. So I have enough to do that. I'm doing the biggest size, I believe. Let me double check. No, I'm doing the second largest size, and I'm doing the longer version. So this is my Mr. Robot knitting. I've been watching the second season, which is on Amazon Prime for free if you have a Prime. And I like the first season. The second season's being pretty good too. So there you have it. And the last thing I have been working on is in my new bag, which I got from Schnuffeltier, who's also known as Tracy of the Passionate Spinner podcast. I got the Earl Grey tea one, and it is pretty, and it fits a lot because I have 5 50-gram skeins in here and the pattern book and the knitting. So in here I have from Elizabeth Zimmerman's Knitter's Almanac, projects for each month of the year. I am working from the February, which is some baby things. And you can't really tell there's a blanket behind all of that. It's like a shawl blanket. And I am doing the square shawl. I am not putting in any patterning, lace inserts or whatever. And if you've ever worked with an Elizabeth Zimmerman pattern, it's more of a recipe, and it kind of gives you some guidelines, and then it just lets you go. And there's a lot of reading that goes into it. This is where you will find the February lady sweater, or February baby sweater, sorry, that the February lady sweater is based off of. There's some great mitten patterns. There's underpant patterns and some sweaters and whatnot. It's just a great little book. And it was printed in 1974, which is kind of awesome. I am using the, hold on, let me move a couple things over here so that I'm using the Prairie Sunset colorway, which is a new kit I put out. That's what it looks like all lined up together. I'll show that again when I'm going through the shop things, but that's what I'm using. And I'm using the Shiver Single Base, which is the single construction. Basically, the purpose of this giant shawl slash blanket, schlanket, is for the purposes of breastfeeding. Although, I'm one of those people who don't think you need to cover up. From Canada, it's not that bizarre to me. I went to university with someone who breastfed during classes. It really, my husband is prepared for the fact that he will probably get told off by someone when I whip a boob out in public. I am that person. But because the baby's going to be born in January, it's going to be bloody cold. And I figured I'll probably want something to throw over us to keep us warm during the exposure. And so, and then it can be used as a blanket as well. So it's a double duty kind of thing. And I'm using a US 6, which is what, a 4 millimeter needle, I believe. I've worn off what that is in here, but I got to the point where it is now starting to take up a lot, and this is exactly what it looks like. It is a giant square with the yarn overs going on. I had never done the Emily Ocker cast on and the Emily Ocker circular crochet cast on, And I did this time, and it's very pretty, and it works lovely. So that's nice. And it will unboobify as I block it, but it's going to be massive. That's my goal. And so that's the first color, which is a white-ish, creamish with blue speckles. And then we go into the blue with purpley pink-ish speckling. And then from that to purpley pink with hints of blue and hints of brown. Then we go to just the purpley pinkish with lots more brown. And then we do brown and some browns and some yellows against a white. So all in all, come here. It works out really nice. And again, I think it's unisex. I'm not really into the whole pink is for girls and blue is for boys, and neither is my husband, so it doesn't really matter. And I like these colors, and I'm gonna have to wear it most of the time, so hey, doesn't matter. Some people would probably not want to put that much pink near a boy or that much blue near a girl, and I really don't care. Because that's who I am. And I think that's everything I've worked on in terms of things that have been worked on in the last 2 weeks. You got to realize that was a lot of spinning. I also, with my bag that I ordered, Tracy sent me some goodies because she's a wonderful friend, and that's awesome. So I will show you those now. She sent me this gorgeousness, which is the Holy Grail of Crown Mountain Farms, hand-dyed, Montana. I think it's Targhee. Yeah, Targhee. It's 8 ounces in Andromeda, which I love because it's all browns and reds. And I think it's a little orangey, but it's that, I want to say, almost like terracotta-y. It's very southern, southwestern. I don't know. I like it. That's going to be for me. I tell you that right now. And this gorgeous cross-stitch book, which I won't pull out, but it's got, see this whale up here? It's got a bunch of little nautical themed guys that you can do. And since we're planning on doing a nautical theme for the kiddo, I am going to do those and then put them in little hoops all over the nursery. Eventually. I don't think we're going to do a nursery till Canada, but whatever, I can stock up, right? And she sent me this, which is, as you can see, very heavily tabbed. Expectant Little Knits by Suzanne J.E. Tortillot. Chic designs for moms to be. There's a hoodie in here. I'm not even lying to you. I pretty much already decided what I'm going to use for that. Took me a while, but there are some really adorable things in here. There are some horrifying things in here where I was like, oh, 90s, this hoodie, the mother hoodie, which I thought about doing out of Neurocurion because the texture doesn't really bug me, but I have 6 skeins and I need like 10 more, and I was like, I'm not paying that much. There's just some really comfy looking, wonderful little things, and like this very simple tank. Where are you? I love this oversized jacket. You cannot go wrong with oversized, I don't think. There's a cowl neck nursing sweater, which will probably come in handy. The day to night dress. It's a little dress with a beaded add-on, which I think would also be good. The hoodie I showed you. I just like this sweater. It looks like something you could wear both ways. And I like this, but I wouldn't do it in mohair. The Making Waves. It's fingering weight mohair. There's no way, because I'm allergic to mohair, but I would totally make it just out of regular fingering weight. So some of these are going to get cast on real soon. But yeah, oh, look at that though. Look at that. I need to make that. That's something I can wear before, during, and after. And I like that. And then there's a couple of tank tops that also would go really nicely just for before, during, and after. And anything I can wear contiguously is going to be worthwhile. Because Lord knows it'll take me a while to lose the baby weight, right? It takes everyone a while. So that was lovely, and yay. Then, okay, so that is all my knitting content, my haul, although there's no haul, but my gifty content, my spinning content. Now I'm going to do shop content, so if you're not interested, I completely understand, and I will see you again next week. If you want to see what's in the shop right now, there was an update that started yesterday. A couple colors have sold out already. So, again, if you want to keep up to date, there's a Facebook page where I post pictures of what's going up, when it's going up, etc., etc. There's the Ravelry group, where I'm getting better at posting when things are up. There's the my Instagram, which is Sadie Ruin, where I post what's going up and when it's going up. Those are good ways to keep track of it, because I don't always announce on the podcast beforehand. But here are some colors that are still in there. We have the shawl kits for Prairie Sunset. And these are, there's two different ones. There's the regular kit, which is 525 gram skeins, which is 416 yards total, roughly. And that's in the Shiver base and in the Batty base, which is the 80/20 Superwash Merino Nylon. There is a supersized one, which is 50 gram skeins. And I can't do math easily in my head, so whatever 50 times 5 is. What, 1,000 maybe? I don't know. 1,000 grams, but I don't know how many yards that would be. And then there's a couple of sweater kits in the gradient set for the Prairie Sunset. We have this gorgeousness, which I'm having, you know what, that's pretty much true to color right here if I just hold it here. It's a teal green, it's a shaded teal green with hits of navy blue and dark blue. Like there's some blue, up here some navy, it's almost black. And this is called Your Talent Can't Be Velcro. It is on the Batty base and it's gorgeous. Then we have Karma Chameleon. You know you want to sing the Culture Club whenever I say that. And it is a bunch of, there you go, retina searing green mixed with not retina searing green, sprinkled with an emerald green and hints of black. And this lovely guy comes in the Shiver single, which is 100% superwash merino, 400 yards for everybody who's into the singles craze. And then I also have it on the Siren Sport base, which is an 80/20 superwash merino nylon, and I believe it's 326 yards, but don't quote me. Hold on. Do I have a thing here? I do. Siren Sport, 328 yards, 100 grams. So I have this and that. Then we have the ever popular Cascadia Wildflowers on the Siren Sport. I could have just looked at this ball band. And it is a hot mess of all kinds of colors, and it looks amazing knit up, and I just love it, and it's been very popular. I have trouble keeping this one in, so yes, Cascadia Wildflowers. Lastly, another new color called She's in Parties, which is a reference to a Bauhaus song. And it is shades of gray and blue, blue-gray with this amazing deep and bright purple spread throughout. It's gorgeous. And this is all on the Shiver single base, which is the 100% superwash merino, 400 yards, and it is gorgeous. And all of those are currently live in the shop, so feel free to go forth and purchase. And that is pretty much everything I have. So I will see you again in a week or two, maybe. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Okay, bye guys.